Peter's house is a private residence and studio located in Copenhagen's island's Brygge Harbor district, designed by Studio David Thulstrup in 2015. Spanning approximately 500 square meters, the project takes an unusual approach to urban living by combining the character of an old industrial building with a carefully crafted contemporary interior. Rather than erasing the history of the site, the design uses it as the foundation for the entire house. The starting point was an existing garage building, where 3 raw brick walls were retained along the narrow boundaries of the site. These weathered walls, together with the inspiration of old warehouses and factories, became an important part of the architectural identity. Instead of treating the existing structure as something to hide, the design allows its rough texture and aged appearance to remain visible throughout the new composition. But keeping those solid brick walls created a major challenge. How could natural light reach the interior of a building enclosed on such a narrow site? The solution was to introduce a glass-walled atrium directly through the center of the building. This simple intervention becomes the key organizing element, allowing daylight to penetrate all 3 floors while also creating a strong visual connection between the different levels. The atrium is more than just a source of light. It acts as the green heart of the house, with carefully selected plants arranged to create the feeling of a small Scandinavian woodland inside the building. Dark mirror panels line parts of the atrium, reflecting the greenery and surrounding spaces while making the central void appear larger. The result is an interior courtyard that gives the house both depth and a sense of openness despite its compact urban footprint. On the ground floor, the entire layout is organized around this central space. The entrance leads into an open-plan kitchen, dining area, and sitting room, creating a continuous sequence of living spaces rather than a collection of isolated rooms. Raw poured concrete, blackened steel, and the original exposed brick establish a deliberately industrial material palette, while a bespoke terrazzo kitchen and deep-colored velvet curtains introduce softer textures and controlled accents. Moving upward, the atmosphere becomes noticeably lighter. Natural Dainsen oak is introduced around the atrium and across the upper levels, creating a warmer contrast to the darker materials below. A central staircase made from perforated blackened steel becomes both a functional circulation element and a visual feature, allowing glimpses through its structure while maintaining the industrial character established on the ground floor. The upper rooms continue this balance between raw and refined materials. Light oak walls and floors soften the interior, while curtains and carefully selected furniture add layers of texture without overwhelming the architecture. Even the bathroom follows the same approach, using terrazzo in a soft gray tone to create a quieter material expression, compared with the stronger contrast found downstairs. One of the most distinctive spaces is the glass-walled roof room, which opens directly toward a richly planted terrace. From here, the relationship between the interior, garden, and exterior facade becomes especially clear. The roof room also provides a different perspective of the building's unconventional outer skin, showing how the house changes character as you move from the darker lower levels toward the brighter upper spaces. Outside, the entire building is wrapped in vertical strips of Brazilian hardwood. The facade is intentionally designed to change with time, as the timber gradually weathers toward a pale silvery gray. This means the exterior is not treated as a fixed surface, but as a material that participates in the aging of the building. Together with the retained brick walls, planted terrace, and central atrium, the facade reinforces the project's dialogue between industrial history and natural elements. What makes Peter's house particularly interesting is how many of its design decisions respond to the limitations of the site. A narrow urban plot becomes an opportunity for a vertical atrium. Existing brick walls become architectural features, and industrial materials are balanced with timber, greenery, and textiles. Rather than relying on a single dramatic gesture, the house creates its identity through layers of material, light, vegetation, and circulation. It is a useful example of how an existing structure can be preserved while completely rethinking the way a contemporary home receives light, organizes space, and connects everyday living with its surroundings.